Welcome back to Teaching Connect. Today we launch the first part in our new series on the recruitment and selection of staff at school level for the filling of state-paid posts. There is of course value for SGBs who need some guidance for the filling of SGB posts as well. So let's dive straight in. Do note that the following must be considered before activating the recruitment and selection process at a school. What roles and responsibilities are allocated to education authorities, education unions, governing bodies, and the school principal? What requirements must be met before the governing body of a school can take any decision relating to the recruitment and selection of educators? When and how should the governing body of a school establish a selection committee? What are the functions of a school governing body selection committee? When and how should the post requirements for a vacant educator post be drafted? When and how should the selection criteria be determined? When and how should interview questions be developed? When and how should the vacancy advertisement be drafted and published? What does the sifting of applications entail and who is responsible for this? How should the shortlisting of candidates be conducted? What preparation is required for the interview of shortlisted candidates? How should interviews be conducted? When and how does the governing body of a school make a recommendation regarding its preferred candidates? What considerations are relevant to the appointment of an educator by the head of a provincial education department? What type of record keeping is required throughout the process? All of this will be unpacked over the next couple of weeks to make sure that you have a clear understanding of the process. Do note too, the following legal frameworks cover and underpin the recruitment and selection process. The first is the South African Council for Educators Act, Act 31 of 2000. This requires that every person wishing to apply for a vacant educator post at a school is to be registered as such with the South African Council for Educators, commonly known as SACE. SACE is responsible for the registration, professional development and professional ethics of educators in South Africa. The second act to note is the Employment of Educators Act, Act 76 of 1998. This regulates the appointment and conditions of service of educators employed at public schools in posts funded by the state. It further regulates the participation of governing bodies in the recruitment, selection and appointment of educators in posts funded by the state at public schools. A third overarching act is the South African Schools Act 1996. The act regulates how governing bodies of public schools should be constituted before they are competent to make decisions relating to the appointment of educators in posts funded by the state. In our next video, we will unpack the roles and responsibilities of the primary parties to any recruitment and selection process. In the meantime, do subscribe to this channel by activating the subscribe button and do press the notification bell so that you are alerted to new videos that are loaded in this series and all future series that will follow. We thank you for watching, we thank you for your feedback, and we will see you soon. Goodbye.